as you guys continue to sort of dig the grave, as you do, you can see Ismark and Irina sort of stand there and watch, kind of sort of talking back and forth between the two of them. As you finish with it, you see that, oh, that's what it was. That's where we left off. So thank you. So you see Donovich starts to use the holy symbol, and he starts to say something. And I ask if anybody cast any divine spells, and I think that's when everybody was looking around, and that's when Lillaby disconnected. So, Lillaby, do you cast divine?
I don't think so.
Okay, gotcha. I wasn't sure if you did or not.
I honestly don't know.
Okay, gotcha.
I guess we didn't really know what made something divine versus just on a cleric or paladin spell.
Yeah, gotcha.
Like, does it have to be radiant damage?
Well, let me do this.
why are you asking? Why are you asking? Is it, let me see here.
ChatGPT says yes.
Perfect. I like it.
What? No, Gemini, really? Like, you gotta flaunt it?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's the truth.
It hurts my fan.
That's awesome.
I got language of power. I can read, understand, written.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Ancient or forbidden lore, including obscure, forgotten dialects, and stuff like that. But Bailey knows that she can read, or she casts divine from ChatGPT.
Yeah. So that's right. We had talked about this before. If you were reading it, I would have had you read it, but he was actually saying it, so that's why I was asking if anybody was able to understand what he was saying. So he quickly sort of says some sort of a prayer that you can hear or something, and see him lightly touch Poland's remains. And as he does, see he puts the coffin on, and you hear him take a hammer with some nails and nails down the lid of it. And he kind of points over to you guys and he says, "Please, do you mind lowering it into the dirt?"
I assist.
Of course.
Yes, of course.
Dirt.
And as you start to lower it down, you hear the sounds of a fluttering of sorts, and you see some bats go flying off from the church, off into the distance, 3 or 4 of them flying off from where you were standing. And as they fly, you hear Father Donovich says, "Oh, not good. Not good."
Minions of Strahd, I take it.
Bad omens, that's for sure. You can see them kind of fly off into the distance as you lower them down. As he does, you see Irina grabs a shovel and starts shoveling dirt on top of the coffin as it does, as well as Mark. I assume you guys would probably help as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
As they do, Irina and Ismark sort of finish up, and they kind of turn and start to walk towards the gate as you guys are shoveling, and see Periwinkle sort of there, and as they start to walk away, and Father Donovich walks down to the rest of you as you're finishing up, and he looks to you all and he says, "You traveling with those folks?"
You mean Ismark and Irina?
Yes.
I believe that's the plan. I look to my brothers. As I lean against this headstone, smoking my pipe while they do all the work.
Well, why do you?
And the headstone topples over.
Why do you seem so concerned?
You know the Barovian superstition, don't you?
What is that?
Young women with red hair are ill luck.
I look at my own red hair.
Right. As he looks to you as well, he says, "Now that the devil is awoken." Good, I don't think.
Does he have a special affinity to red-haired women?
So goes the superstition. Just then you see Periwinkle and Irina kind of walk away, and Ismark makes his way back to you guys. Ismark says, "Thank you, Father. I appreciate it. So much appreciated you doing that. Thank you." Father looks to him and he says, "Are you sending her away?" Ismark nods his head.
Are you
Seems
sending her to Valaki?
Devanovich says, "I have. Traveled there once before. It's been a long time." "Where are you planning on going there?"
I'd hate to see her on her own, so I feel like maybe we were planning on accompanying her there to help her safe passage.
Makes sense. It's a good idea. I would recommend passing through Wallachia and heading to Kresk, Abbey of the Saint Markovia. That should be your destination. It was a bastion of good. May still offer some protection. Curse of Strahd may not have any reach there still. Would make my way there if I were you.
Thanks for the advice.
You said the name is Kresh?
Yes, Kresk. Arezk. Kresk. The Abbey of Saint Markovia. Now, forgive me. Must tend to my son.
Yes, of course. Sorry for your loss.
That we caused.
Ismark kind of looks to you all and he says, "You should head back to the mansion. You're planning on taking my sister, you said. Thank you."
Of course.
"I have some rations at the house I can collect for you if you'd like. Help you with your travels. Marina's working with Periwinkle now. I think they're making their way over there."
So, Ismark, once we get to Valaki, where do we take her?
Well, I think somewhere safe. I mean, you could take her to the burgomaster's house. I think he may have something maybe to help. You know, burgomaster may have somebody there. I'm not sure, but I think just getting out of the town here, out of Barovia, right? I mean, Pavel Strahd is literally looking down on here. I mean, don't you think that makes sense?
Well, my question is, what's going to stop him from following us to Valaki or Krex?
He'll think that she's here. He's not going to know. Yeah, she killed the spy, the rat that was in the house, and the bats were too far away to hear anything if they were spies too. So I think you've got good. Nobody's going to know where you're going.
When he says that, I look around. Are there any like animals that we're concerned about in the area?
Good question. How about a perception check?
Oh my gosh, I totally missed it.
Well, that's a pretty good perception check. Whatever clicks over, it's just stuck. It's broken.
I see it like down on the bottom, like the shadow.
Yeah. It was stuck on a 20 forever. So as you look around, you don't see anything that even seems remotely concerning. After those bats had flew away, there is no animals anywhere within the cemetery at all.
Maybe because it's consecrated ground.
I don't feel like much is consecrated around these parts.
Okay, then I think that we'll take you up on the offer of the rations, and what do you boys think? Should we head out?
What time of day is it?
So it's probably it's morning. So you guys had come over first thing in the morning to the church. You'd only spent just a little bit of time, in the church and downstairs, and then buried him. So it's maybe been an hour and a half since morning. So 9:30, 10 in the morning, maybe.
And are Ismark and Irina leaving right away, or Irina, or whatever?
So Irina has walked away with Periwinkle. Ismark is here with you, and he's offering for you guys to head back to the mansion to pick up some rations and stuff.
Yeah, I guess we should do that.
I'm eager to travel.
Sure.
I'd like to get out of this creepy place.
I think the whole place is creepy, but
Okay. So as you guys make your way out of the cemetery and make your way down around the church, you see that as you're going, you can see way off into the distance Irina and Periwinkle, and you see they enter into. I'm going to share the map just so you all have it. So, and if you remember, the church is up in the northwest sort of corner, and you can see they kind of come through the town square, and the building that's. So this building right to the south there, that's Bildrath's Mercantile. You can see that Irina sort of walks him into the front door. You remember that him and Bildrath are, obviously work together. And you see Ismark continues down the street down to Burgomaster's mansion. Do you continue down the street or go into the Mercantile? Or what would you like to do? Or do you go back to the... I mean, you could go into the Blood of the Vine 2 Tavern if you wanted. Here, whatever you all would like to do is fine.
I'll follow Ismark to get the rations.
I'm a little nervous letting Irina out of my sight, so I think I might follow her just to make sure that nothing's awry, nothing's watching her.
Okay, all right, gotcha. So
I think that's a good idea.
Okay, all right. How about you, Rip?
I'll stick with the team. I'll stick with
gotcha.
Pip.
All right, gotcha. So, Fozzie, you continue down with Ismark heading towards the mansion. The rest of the team kind of goes towards the Mercantile. Fozzie, as you continue down the street, you and Bear and Ismark, you can see that there's general people kind of in the street now, a little bit more than before, and you can kind of see them sort of clasping against Ismark's shoulder, giving condolences about the loss of the Burgomaster, and you can see that a lot of people obviously respected him, but you also notice that people now are indicating to him that he is now in charge as the Burgomaster. You can see sort of a heavy weight on his shoulder as he's talking to people moving through, and they're already asking about reinforcing certain parts of the wall as well as the western barricade, and he's kind of pointing them in that direction as you're moving through. And he kind of looks back to you and he says, "It never ends, does it?"
Well, I don't know. I've never been in charge of a city before.
He said it was they weren't gonna attack again, but do we really trust him?
I wouldn't trust him, but it would never hurt to be secure anyways.
And what I was thinking. That's not good either, is it? That's not it either. Oh my god. So he's like, okay. As he continues, as you all kind of get towards the center of the square, you can see that kind of splits off, and obviously Grappa, Willoughby, and Rip, you guys head towards the Mercantile. As you continue down to the south, Willoughby, Grappa, and Riptide, you see a large store that's there. The door is clearly it's closed, but you can tell that you could walk in if you want to. Yeah, what would you like to do? We're just gonna walk in.
Is that where Irina went?
Yep.
If she just walked in, I'm gonna pretty much just follow where they went.
Where are we at on the map, Greg? I'm sorry.
Yeah, here, let me get your tokens.
Okay. had you muted on my left ear.
Yeah, I love it. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love it. Not really a grid, but it's kind of a grid. Yeah, you guys are
Okay, so we're in the mercantile then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ozzy's heading down that way. Yep, so you guys are all right in that square right in. That's a great answer. So yeah, you guys are kind of standing right there at the door, and
I mean,
I'm gonna sit like right on the steps, right out in at the door, if
Okay.
everyone else goes in, and just light up a pipe and just watch the people that go by to see who's paying attention to us while you guys go in.
perfect. You kind of sit down there, have a seat, kind of look out and see what's going on. That sounds good. Rip and Pip.
I'm just act like that it's totally normal to be walking into this building because I saw Irina do it, so I'm just gonna walk in.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna own it.
All right, and Rip, do you go in first?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rip opens up the door and heads in. Rip, as you walk in, you see this building is large, large building, but as you walk in, you can see that there's very little light inside there because there's lots of heavy curtains over the windows and whatnot. And there's clearly a sign above it that says Builder's Mercantile. And as you open it up, you can see there's adventuring gear and sort of things that are in here. You do see Bildrath is sort of standing behind the sort of the long desk that's there. Irina's sort of there too, and he's kind of talking to Irina, sort of a hushed tone. You see Periwimple's kind of moved to the back, and he sees that you guys have walked in and kind of looks over to you guys and he says, "Are you looking to buy something?"
Nope. Just a friend of Irina's here, making sure everything's in preparations and everything as well.
Irina looks over and she says, "Builder 3, remember them?" He's like, "Oh, I know them. I know what they did. Doesn't mean that I'm going to give them a good deal, though." Like, Phil, come on. Like, fine. They want something, I'll give them a better deal than I'd give most. Like, I got to make a living too, you know. Okay. He's like, "I was just about to leave anyways. Do you guys need anything from the store?"
No, I just mostly wanted to make sure that you were okay. Given the events that have happened recently, I just like to make sure that you're not in danger.
Oh, I'm fine. Bill's fine. He's not going to hurt me at all. Oh, danger. Me? I'm not going to hurt her. Kid to me. We're worried about them. He looks over to you two. Shakes her head. He worries. You know that.
I don't have any additional business here besides just accompanying you wherever you need to be going. So if you're, well, stay out of your way, but mostly just wanted to be.
Oh, okay. She said, "I'm just not used to having protectors around me. I'm sorry if it feels unusual. Can stay in here if you want, or look around, or feels weird with you both standing there at like guards. Does he have to stand so straight and arms at his sides like chest pumped out?"
Ask him to flex, he'll move.
Okay. He just smiles. All right, Bill, I better go. He says, "Well, come on around," and you see her go around, and as he does, he gives her a big hug. He says, "Now be safe, careful, come back, okay?" She's like, "I will. Don't worry. I hope so. Perry's gonna miss you." "I know." He says, "Bye, Perry." And you hear Perry says, "There's no goodbyes. Let's see you later." "See you later, then." Okay. Lily, as you're sitting out there kind of watching people walk by and whatnot, you do see that generally the town appears to be pretty much mostly all you see is really town folk moving through. A lot of them appear to be quite tired as they walk through. You do see very little in the way of animals per se. I mean, occasionally you'll see like a stray cat or a dog that kind of wanders through, but nothing of real significance. No real birds or anything of sorts that's here. Anything particular you were looking for?
No, Just anybody suspicious who
Mhm.
I would think might be working or an informant for the
Got it.
for Strahd. Anything
Gotcha.
like that. Anything out of the
Got it.
ordinary.
Got it. Yeah. How about just a quick investigation roll? Yeah, so as you're sitting there, watching, you feel pretty confident that you don't really see anybody here that appears to be sort of mysterious or watching. That being said though, um yeah, you don't really feel like there's anything there, but who knows, right? I mean, it's tough to say.
All right, well then I just sit here and I just enjoy my pipe, and if they take a long time in the store, I'll just pull out my little drum and
Nice.
play a bit.
I like it. So after a couple minutes, when you guys are inside, you start to hear sort of a drum being played on the outside, just a nice little subtle tune that's there. And Fozzie, as you're making your way down the street, you finally get to the door of the house, and you see that Ismar kind of walks up and sort of unlatches the front door. And as he does, he sort of indicates for you guys to come in. As you sort of walk in, he quickly goes over and grabs what looks like some berries or something off of the top pantry and puts it in a bowl and sets it down for Bear. He kind of indicates for you to come on in and have a seat.
I do.
Alrighty. See Bear kind of dives into the bowl of berries real quick, and he kind of points up to the top shelf and he says, "There's some rations up there. Those cloth sacks. Do you see them up there?" Kind of points up.
Yeah. Being, just a
I'm
sec.
sorry. Yeah, I apologize. He kind of chuckles. He says, "Give me a minute," and he kind of walks over and he grabs a chair and he drags it over and sort of steps up on the chair and grabs the bag. He says, can you grab these as I toss them down to you?"
Yep, sure.
All right. So he starts grabbing some bags and tossing them down, and as he does, then he kind of pulls the chair back and goes into another cupboard and starts pulling out some tack and things like that and starts putting them in the bags. Um, as he does, he says, I assume you're the navigator of the group.
Sorta. Rip likes to lead,
Okay, I gotcha.
so yeah. But I
Yeah.
kind of try to point him.
I see. Well, I think that the journey to Vallaki, it's going to take you more than a day, so you're going to have to find a place to spend the night somewhere.
Are there any good spots that you know of?
Well, I mean, there's a place called Tser Pool. I mean, you could probably spend the night there. It's a
So how far away is it?
couple hours, just west of Barovia. So I think, he's like, by the time you guys get packed up and leave, it'll be probably near midday. So I mean, you probably get there probably mid-afternoon. I think if you camp there and then left early in the morning, maybe get to Vallaki in time before the night. The good news is there's people that stay there. You ever heard of the Vistani?
I think I have. Somebody was talking about them.
Yeah.
I think.
The Vistani usually camp there, and they usually will protect people at night when they're there. So they're pretty jovial people, and obviously, anytime you're staying with strangers, you want to keep an eye on things. But it's probably a good place. So I'd recommend that. There's a crossroads of sorts. You just take the trail to the west. Irina should know the way, but yeah, so that's probably what I'd recommend for you.
Okay.
So if you're looking for a place, the road should be relatively quiet during the day. Night's a different story, of course. And of course, we have scouts that are out too, so you may see them on the road from time to time. That's not uncommon either as well. So I unlock those tokens. Unlocked.
That's okay.
And so he says there's some scouts on the road as well, so you may see them too, and yeah, so it should be all right. Kind of keeps handing down these sort of things that he.
And I'm stuffing them into bags.
All right, yeah. He says,
You don't happen to have any potions, do you? Like healing potions or anti-werewolf venom potion stuff like.
He chuckles. He's like, or anti vampire potions, right?
That too, yeah.
Garlic, yeah. He's like, I don't, unfortunately. I wish I did. This is isn't no, I don't. I think we used them all up. He said I can go look upstairs though. See, maybe Dad had something in the drawer or something.
It might come in handy on the road.
And that's fair. That's a fair point. He says, why don't you here? And he kind of points over to another shelf that has a bunch of tack on it. He says, "You want to start grabbing the rest of that tack? I'll head up and take a look real quick."
Sure, I push a chair over
All right.
beside the cupboard and
Perfect.
climb up on it.
All right. He says, "I'll be right back." And you see him kind of go upstairs. As he does, you can see Bear sort of laying over on the side in a fruit former, taking a nap.
He's having a sugar crash.
Yeah, right, exactly. So as he kind of runs up the stairs, Rip and Grap, you see Irina finally finishes with her hug, and she sort of stands there just waiting, just patiently for Perry, and she just kind of waits, and he never comes back out. And she just kind of looks at Bill, and Bill says, "It's okay," and she kind of nods, and you can see a little tearful to her, and she kind of turns and she says, "Okay, I'll be back to say goodbye to him," and says, "I'm ready. Let's go." And she walks out and she says, "See you, Billreth." He says, "Take care, Irina." She walks out the door.
Follow her.
All right. As you guys kind of walk out, you see a little bee, I guess, playing a drum, little diddle.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a little drum.
Yeah. So as you come out, you can see. This is a word. You can see her kind of playing, and as she comes out, Irina, you can see she kind of has a little bit of a smile on her face, and she says, "Oh, I like that. That's a nice little song."
Just something to pass the time.
It's not gonna work yet. She says, "Yeah, I like that. That's good." So it's good. It's a good song. I like it a lot. And as she comes out, she kind of looks towards the south, and she says, "Oh," she says, let's head down to my dad's place. What do you guys think?"
Sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
Fozzie went down that way with your brother.
Oh, perfect. Sounds good. So she kind of makes her way down.
I'm like tapping my foot with the memory of that nice music.
Nice. As you all make your way down the street and kind of go to the door, and as you open the door, you see Bear sort of on his back, sleeping, snoring. His legs are kind of up in the air, and you can see. I think Fozzie, you're in the kitchen packing a bag.
Yep, I'm packing a bag. Attack.
Yeah, attack. And Irina walks in and she says, says, "Fozzie, where's my brother?"
He went upstairs.
Okay. She says, I'm going to grab a few things. Is that okay, everybody? Please, have a seat. Help yourself. Take a rest.
Sounds good.
I want to know if Grappa follows her.
No, I feel like her house is safe. I'm gonna let her grab her stuff in peace.
So you see that she goes through the parlor on the first floor and kind of goes into the back, and you can hear her kind of ruffling through some drawers and things like that. And she says, comes back, and she's like, "I gotta go upstairs and grab my armor and all that." She's like, "I'll be back." You're kind of trapped at the stairs. So the four of you are kind of in the kitchen as Ozzy's packing up the tack.
Oh yeah, he's good at packing. I'm gonna marvel at his skill.
Expert packer.
Yeah, you really know how to pack a backpack.
Pack a sack.
Pack a sack. I'm
All right.
impressed.
So as you guys are kind of there and kind of finishing up, you hear Ismark kind of makes his way down the stairs, and as he does, he says, Says, well, Fozzie, you're in luck. And you see he's carrying down what looks like a small, almost velvet bag of sorts, and you can hear some kind of like glass banging against itself. It says, my dad did have some potions here, so it says it's all I have. So I hope it's enough to help you. But kind of hands over the bag to you.
I'll take a look in and then hand it to Lillaby to check it out.
So as you Willoughby, as you open up the bag and look, you see there's 5 vials in there, and they all have some red liquid within each of the vials. And he says, Dad said they were potions of healing. They should be good for you. You do, in fact, see 5 potions of they're in the party sheet.
I appreciate this, Ismark. We'll use them wisely, I hope.
I appreciate you keeping my sister safe and taking her somewhere safe as well. I think it's important.
Of course.
While we're standing here, I'll pass them out. One for
Okay.
each of us.
Sounds good.
2 for Rip,
Got
since
it.
he's usually the one getting smacked.
Sounds good. Yep, and party sheet, go ahead and grab them if you want. So, remember how to get to it. It's the whole picture in the top right.
So
All right. You hear Bear kind of sort of yawn a little bit over there. He kind of rolls over, and as he does, he sort of gets up on his feet and kind of smells around and looks and pushes the bowl a little bit. Looks up and blinks at you all.
looks like Bear had a nice feast.
He's full of berries, that one. I think we better hit the trail before he makes a mess.
I agree.
Yeah, Ismark says, I'll run up and grab Irina. Give me just a minute. He kind of goes up the stairs and kind of going up. Hear him knock. Irina? 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 Hey, Irina, open the door.
Who was watching Irina?
You hear him
Pip,
open up.
was that your job?
Whose job?
Your job.
I mean, we're in her house. I'm not gonna follow her into her bedroom while she changes.
You hear the door open. He goes, ugh. He comes down. You guys, Irina's not here.
Oh, goodness.
It's okay. I know where she went.
Where'd she go?
She probably went out to Lagana's Knoll. I checked there first.
What's Lagana's Knoll?
Sorry, Lugdana's Mole. I pronounced it wrong. It's her favorite place. It's just outside the village. It's outside. You go out the east gate. Just go north. You'll see it. It's a hill. It's just barely outside the city. There's some tall grasses there. There's a large tree that sits there. It's near the woods. It's got some flowers around it. Kind of a beautiful place. It's her favorite place. So I would check there first. If she's not there, she's probably somewhere in the city. But I bet she went there. She used to go there every day before the city was under siege. So I should have thought. I didn't think, to be
Why would
honest.
she go there?
It has some sentimental value to her. I don't know if she would usually go there. I don't know if she prays there or what, but every day she would go there typically before the city was under siege. So probably to say goodbye, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I would check there. If she's not there, then I would definitely go and check the blood on the vine. She may have went to say goodbye to somebody there as well. If she's not there, let me know and I'll send out some scouts. But I can't imagine her going farther than that.
Okay. All right, let's head out with haste.
Bismarck, he says, if I don't see you, travel safe and thank you.
Of course. thank you for all of your assistance, and I wish you and your town well.
Yes. Just then you hear the door kind of opens, and as it does, you hear a knock at the door as you guys are about ready to leave, or as you open the door. You see two individuals are there. They're dressed in sort of some, looks like almost ranger-like clothes, and they said, is Mark here by chance?
I'll turn. I don't know. Is Ismark here by chance?
Ismark says, yes, I am. He says, I apologize. And he looks and he says, have you had any luck finding them? And he says, no, we looked for Gertruda all night. We checked the northwest wall near the cliff wall near the castle, and there was no sign of her there. And we'll continue to look, though, I promise you. It says, okay. He says, if you see her, please look for her. Bring her home, would you, please? He says to you both. Well,
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely be heading the general same direction if she was headed to Vallaki, so.
okay.
Absolutely. If we see her, we'll try and get her home. You guys ready to go?
Yep.
Yes. Fozzie, do
Yep.
you think you can maybe track her to see where she went, whether it's out to the knoll or to the inn?
I can certainly try. We're talking about Irina.
Yes,
Yeah.
Arena.
Oh yeah, so she would have jumped out of her window.
Yeah, so as you look, you see that there's actually a rope that extends out your window, and it looks like this is probably not something that's unusual for her, that she may have done this before, because as you look at the wall, you can see there's like little sort of indentations in the wall that she probably used as footsteps coming up and down.
I'll check at the bottom of the rope. I'll go outside and check at the bottom
Yeah.
of the rope, see if I can determine which way she went.
So you definitely see
She's wearing lots of armor, right? So she had a
Yes.
fairly heavy step.
She does have a heavy step, and you can see kind of where her foot sort of stepped into the mud, and you can see kind of where her feet have sort of led off to the north on the road. So you have kind of an idea. If you want to do a survival check for me, we can see if you're able to track those mud prints through the city.
Is there any way that I can help him?
Sure, absolutely.
Like- I've traveled a bit. Maybe I can help you, Fozzie.
Yeah, sure. If you want to roll a survival, if you get 10 or higher, you can get advantage.
Oops. I meant to do that in the chat. I just absolutely missed.
Was it for? I saw it. You actually rolled, Little V. I see your survival.
Oh, cool. Then I
Yeah.
hit the tower.
Yeah, you did. You hit the tower, which is fine as well. That being said, you rolled not great. So, Fozzie, I'll have you just roll a straight survival.
Well, I did just hit the pipe a little while ago.
That drum beat is pretty asynchronous.
Oh, that's funny. That's awesome. So, Fozzie, as you're going, you're able to follow her path, and you see it kind of continues along this eastern road, just north of the Burgomeister, continuing. And then when it makes the turn to the north, you then find out that the road becomes full of boot prints, and you are unable to track it any further once you make that final turn, as there is lots and lots of tracks here, and it's you lost it essentially.
Well, did I know that it turned north? That her step
It
turned
did
north,
turn
or did it
north.
go?
Yep.
Okay.
Nope, it
So
did
we'll
turn
we'll
north.
continue along, and I'll keep looking
Keep
to see
looking.
if there's any further, because
Yeah.
their footprints got to be fairly distinct. So.
Yep, they are. So you continue on, and as you do, just before you get to the main road that goes through town, you pick them up and catch that they turn to the east and head out the east barricade. And as you
You
continue-
guys came with me, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
as you all make your way through the east barricade, the barricade
Is that the way to the knoll?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As you make your way through the east barricade through the door, which is still intact, you make your way through that little doorway which you came through yesterday to get into town. You can see that the footprints do finish off to the north, and as you kind of follow through the grassy sort of lands that's there and the undulating hills, just passing the village itself to the north edge. You can see, these grasses continue to get taller and taller. You do see there's sort of this gentle knoll that kind of rises up before you, and it's bordered on on kind of the far side by the dark Slavic woods that you can see that's all kind of there. But you do see in front of it there's like all these white feathery flowers that is just covers this knoll and the grass, kind of mixed all within it. And you can see that there's this lonely tree that stands atop of the hill. It has kind of these gnarled sort of branches, and they kind of reach skyward up with these sort of outstretching arms. And the sky is cloudy, obviously, but as you look at that, you can see these arms kind of reach up, and you almost see roots. The roots are just standing up just a little bit above the earth, almost like some of the soil has been removed from it, and you can see the roots kind of dig deep into the earth. And like, if you looked at this tree and there was no clouds and it was in the dark, it'd just be this beautiful tree covered in like stars that you can see forever. That would be there. But underneath that tree, you see this female figure that kneels in front of it, and you can see her gaze appears to be fixated on the ground near the roots.
Look, there she is on that grassy knoll.
Duck. Oh.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I think I'll let her, do her thing, because she's obviously, meditating or something at that point. I don't want to disturb her. I'll walk up to the top of the hill.
All right.
Yeah.
Stay back from her.
As you walk up, you see that she appears, even though she's kneeling, you can see that she's moving. Like, every once in a while, you'll notice that she moves forward a little bit, and then she moves back, almost like a rowing motion. Like you can see, kind of like, not like bowing, but similar sort of motion as she's there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna interrupt whatever she's doing, but I am gonna keep a respectful distance, but not make myself be subtle, like so she knows that I'm there.
Okay. About how far away do you think you would stay then?
I think I would be like, kind of walk up maybe 30 feet away.
30 feet? Okay. All right, I got you. How
I
about
walk
the rest
up
of the group?
near her, but not right next to her, and
Got it.
just like sit down
Gotcha.
by the tree, just
Okay.
quietly, and don't say anything.
Okay. Rip?
Yeah, I'll walk up and just kind of stand close.
Okay. And Fozzie, how about you?
I'm staying back with Grap.
Okay. All right. So as you guys kind of do that, as you get a little bit closer, and kind of the distance that Grap and Fozzie had said, as well as the rest of the group, you see that she's actually has a trowel that she's as you get up there. And Willoughby and Rip, as you guys get closer and sort of get into position where you're going to be at, you can see she's actually digging a hole. And she seems very fixated on her work. She's just kind of digging. But now you notice that she's in a full chest plate. She's got that red scarf on that picture I showed you. Clearly that's there.
Yeah.
Right? She definitely is set to travel, but you can see that she's using this trowel, and she's just digging into the dirt, very almost determined, right? And as you sort of sit down a little bit, and Rip, you're there, she kind of looks over to you, and as she does, she has a big smile on her face, and she says, "Oh, hi. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry you had to come find me. I was hoping I'd be done before you guys were ready to go." And she turns around and she sees Grip and Fozzie. She says, please, you can come up. You don't have to be sitting so far away. It's okay. I'm so sorry."
I'll come up closer.
Okay.
What are you up to, Irina?
I'm digging for a wooden chest I buried a long time ago. I can't leave without it. I'm gonna find it. I promise. I won't take too long. I can't leave without it. You understand, right?
Yeah, can I help you?
Yeah, if you want to, sure.
Yeah.
She's like, "It's right here. I know it is. I buried it years ago. So she starts digging again, and she's kind of working with the trowel, and she says there's a small wooden chest that me and my mom buried. Karina Targlova. Uh, we buried it just before my mom died, about 14 years ago, and it just has some things that really means a lot to me.
Of course.
So she kind of continues to dig and dig, and as you're kind of helping her there, she's like, I love my mother. I miss her dearly, and I know it's here, and I would be so remiss if and you hear thunk. Oh, I said yes, and she's super excited. She's like, I found it. Thank you for helping me.
Of course.
And she kind of digs around it, and as she does, she's like, it's been here forever. It's been a long time since I've actually dug it up. I left it here because I was hoping that I could maybe sometimes give it to, maybe if I had a daughter or something, which I don't think is going to happen. So I think it's probably best that I just bring it with me.
What is it? If you don't mind me asking, I'm curious.
Oh, I'm looking to show you. I think I think you'll love it. Actually, it's beautiful. And so she continues to open it, and as she opens this wooden box, and you can see that it's clearly been sort of sealed. I thought I had it uploaded here. So. And as she opens it up, you see there's 4 items that are in there. So the first thing you see is what looks like a handkerchief sitting on the top. That is very sort of worn, but not to the point where it's like bare. It's a nice, simple sort of handkerchief that she has. And immediately when she opens up that handkerchief, you see a big smile comes across her face, and the pure joy of the memories flooding back. And as she does, she says, "Mama," and she's like, "Smell it. It's my mom's perfume." And she kind of brings it up to her nose, and as she does, she's like, ah. As she does that, underneath you see there's a sort of a necklace with a wooden sort of emblem that's connected to it. There's a small tarnished bracelet, and there's a pressed flower that's in there as well, a dried pressed flower that's in there. And she. And she says, "Oh yes, all my things," and she kind of brings each one out. And as she does, see these 4 items that she has, and she kind of looks to you, and she points to it, and she says, the flower is something that my mom and I was out with her, and I loved purple flowers, and one day she told me, she said, "This flower will be yours," and she pressed it for me, and it used to be kept in my desk, and I kept it there, and my mom said that we should put it in this box, and we should bury it for, kind of as a keepsake. And this handkerchief of mine is my mom and I we sewed this together, and you can see she kind of points to some of the flowers which don't really match up really well. She's like, "That's the flowers I sewed, and my mom, of course, did these others." And I love that. And this charm, this was the charm that my mom wore, and she used this to heal people in town. People would come to see her, and she would take care of them and make them better. Which was great. Yeah, and this bracelet is well, I don't know much about this bracelet. I don't know. It's strange. This bracelet was. You see, seems a little bit sort of foreign. She said, this bracelet was on me when I was found by Colin in the woods, and Karina told me I was supposed to keep it as a memento for being the their miracle child when she found out that she could not bear any more children.
Glad you were able to pick these up. It'd be a shame for them to be lost to time.
Yeah, I some random noise in my basement. Yeah, I agree. It freaked me out. I think it's one of the pipes that are whistling. It's creepy.
I heard it. It was like
Did
a...
it sound like a recorder, right?
Yeah.
Which we have recorders in our house. Like, is my kid downstairs playing the recorder? Yeah, she's like, yeah, I agree. And as she brings up the bracelet and she sort of flips it over, there's an inscription on the inside of the bracelet.
Yeah.
And she kind of says, hey, don't know what this means. And she kind of points it out to you. And as she does, she sort of shows it to you, and it says,
Interesting. Tatiana, huh?
you know Tatiana?
Is that your name?
No. My name's Irina.
Who
You know that.
Who gave you the name Irina?
I assume my original mother and father.
Huh.
Why?
Just could be that this bracelet was meant for you and your name was actually Tatiana.
Oh, I mean, I suppose, but I don't think so. And that would be, I mean, I guess that's possible.
Is there a Tatiana in your lineage, like a grandmother or a...
No.
Who's your father?
Don't know. I don't know any of my family. My only family I know is obviously Colleen and my mom. Don't know anybody other than when I was found in the woods.
But you have memories, though, of Karina, your
Yeah.
mother?
My mom. Yep. Yeah, she was married to Colleen.
Oh. Well, if this bracelet was on your wrist when they found you, you might need to brace yourself for the eventual news that that's actually your original name, that Tatiana.
She looks down at the bracelet, and as she does, she takes reaches up and she unties the red scarf on her neck, and she kind of pulls it down. And as she does, you can see the two marks on her neck. They seem more prevalent now than they were even last night. And she kind of puts her hand up to the side, and she says more things of disappointment as she touches it. And she says, I don't understand why. Why didn't they just kill me or just turn me? Like, I don't know what's going on. I mean, is this some kind of sick game that they're playing, or do they just like to see people suffer? Like, why is he doing this?
I don't know, but we're gonna have to go and find out, because you're being targeted and you're not safe, so we should probably start getting a move on it. What do you guys think? And I kind of look at everyone else.
Yeah, we should be able to make it to this campground that Ismark told me about.
But do you know what they say? They say women with red hair bring bad luck. As she looks to you, Graphic. She says, I'm sorry. I never wanted to bring any more bad luck than you already have.
It's okay. I've got the red hair to counterbalance it.
Smiles.
The thing about superstitions is you gotta believe in them to make them true.
It's true.
I don't believe in that superstition. I think that there's more than just superstition going on. We're gonna get to the bottom of it.
Fair. That's fair. Kind of smiles as she looks at you guys. Well, she takes the bracelet. You see she slides it back on her wrist as best she can, and it's kind of real tight, but it still fits. Takes the handkerchief and she sort of tucks it inside her armor. The flower she gently sort of puts into her bag, and the necklace she kind of puts around her neck as best she can. I guess I'm ready.
Well, do you happen to know if we're close to the River of Ibis? Because that was where Dora said there was a supply cache from Von Richten to help us.
Oh, it's probably on the way to Vlaki.
Perfect.
I think we can make our way that way. Maybe we can find it. What's there? I don't know.
There's maybe a supply cache that could help us by a large tree by the River of Ibis.
Excellent. Sounds great. What do you think, Rip?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. So I shared the original map. We are. Oh, okay, got it. All right. So we are pretty much kind of right in that area there. Okay, just so you know.
Okay.
Try to find a. This.
If we're looking at the map, Fozzie, didn't they say that Valaki was to the west?
I think it's up there somewhere.
I see. Valaki, I guess, is what it's called.
There's a place to camp right around here.
Perfect. Seems like an ideal time to start heading west.
All right. So as you set off from the village of Barovia, you start to make your way west. Kind of, I don't know if you would you go back through town or would you skirt around town? How would you decide to do this?
I'd
Does
skirt
it matter?
around.
You'd skirt. Okay, got it. All right. So as you all start make your way skirting around the edges of town, what is the marching? You do a marching order? Sort of.
Rip's in front,
Yep.
and I'm behind him with Bear.
All right.
I'll be behind you and Bear.
I guess it leaves me in the back.
Okay, got it.
Somebody's got to tell Rip which way to go.
Something like that. All right, I got it. Got it. Okay. Sounds good. And then where would you guys want Irina to be?
In the middle, maybe?
Wherever she wants to be, I guess.
Okay, that's fair. All right. And then Bear would be next to you, I assume, Ozzy, or would you have him up
Yeah.
front? Okay.
Bear would be up and down the row, just
Yeah, moving back and forth. Got it.
as the smell interests him or something, he might stop for a bit and then catch up and
Okay.
run ahead and come back.
Gotcha. Yeah. That makes sense. All right. So
If he spots something, then he will definitely let us know.
perfect.
I'm gonna cast my my owl and just have it like sit on my shoulder as we go. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's just gonna
Okay.
help me since I'm sitting here in the back, keep an eye out on things.
I didn't pick music. Sorry, I'm trying to hear what this. Okay, sounds good. So, yeah. So he'll just kind of be sort of observing and seeing where things are at.
Yeah, it's like watching behind me because, you know.
I like it. That sounds good. XP do you need to get next level? Does anybody know?
Ooh, let me pull it up. Let's see. 2,700.
2,700. Okay, yeah, we're definitely not there. Okay. Thanks for checking. Shit.
Yep. No problem.
Kind of a milestone, but they still give like XP per milestone type of thing. Just want to check and see. All right, so as you set off, you start to make your way across the southern part of the valley. The fog starts to creep around your feet as you pass onto the road. You do see a sea of pale grass kind of stretches out before you on either side of the road, all the way up to the edge of the Iveless River, which you can see on the southern part of that map. The sky above is kind of that dull gray, and you do see the clouds are heavy, which looks like promise of rain almost at all times. Not long before you can see the old arched stone bridge in the distance that spans Clear Blue River ahead. Crossing it, you find yourselves on a muddy road that winds through the trees. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves. The trees press in close, casting deep shadows as they carve through dark gouges across the road. So as you continue to kind of make your way through this area here, guys, sorry, you continue to kind of walk your way through the road here. Anything while you're walking, or just kind of continue with the path?
I'm gonna be like humming and kind of dancing a little bit.
All right, sounds good.
Hey, Lillaby, why don't you smack some of them drums and make a nice beat?
I can do that. So I'll stop for a second, pull out my little drum, and
Alrighty.
hook it up with my, you know, my little lanyard so that it hangs around my neck.
Nice.
This is my traveling drum.
I like it.
Perfect. I like dancing around, interpretive dance moves, you know.
Perfect. So playing a little tune.
A little tune.
So as you play the tune that you, I mean, would you play? What kind of song would you play? I guess would be.
Well, I'm not the one with the instrument. I'm just dancing.
Well, she's doing interpretive dance, so it
Oh,
has
yeah.
like an offbeat, like, you know, it'll go like 4 time and then, you know, just do triple time every once in a while. Just
Catch me.
Just mix it up.
Oh, you mix.
Nice.
And then I like kind of dance and skip around and then try to anticipate when she's gonna change the tempo.
Nice. I like it. All right. So as you're playing that sort of music that's there, you sort of play that, and as you're in that sort of group, you can hear, and it sounds like, you know, it sounds great, but as it goes through the woods, it sort of pulls off this sort of almost off-tune sort of echo, and it sounds almost eerie as it's kind of into the woods, almost just not quite right as you can hear it echoing through the woods, almost a disconcerting sound as you continue to play the music as you move through.
You got a real ear for creepy, Lillaby.
Oh, that's not my playing. This is the woods. Something is just reverberating poorly.
I decided to try to make it more cheery and start singing a sea shanty.
As you start to sing, you hear, "Who goes there? Name yourselves." It seems to be about 15 feet in front of you, off the trail.
But we need to talk to our brothers if they didn't see that up front.
I know. How dare they? They weren't paying attention. Who goes there, stranger?
Rip and Fozzie, as you look, you can sense that this is coming from a bush probably about 15 feet away from you to the left of the road.
I'll point over there while flexing.
All right, gotcha.
I can see that.
Me too, right?
We are but travelers. We come in peace.
And you hear him yell, "What are you doing with her?"
Like I said, traveling.
Irina, are you safe? Irina says, "Urza?" You see a human sort of stands up. A female. Says, "Are you safe?" You can see they have a large bow that's cocked ready. Arrows there pointing directly at Rip. "Yes, I'm safe. I'm with them." You see the bow sort of releases, and as it does, Kurza sort of bows ever so slightly and respectfully. Just then you see over in a tree about 10 feet off to the left of that into the woods, you see there's a human that's probably about 15 feet up, also in the tree with a crossbow, Noct, who also yells down and says, "Okay, I'm heading down." And he starts skittling down the tree. Two of them come walking over to you.
You know these people, Irina?
Irina says, "Yes, they're scouts from Barovia. It's Korga and Kuroza."
Ah, yes, we were told to keep an eye out for them by your brother.
Good. They kind of walk up and they look out and they say, "Do you know who we are? Who are you?"
It is my great honor to meet you. My name is Grapip.
Rapip. Pleasure.
And I flourish as I bow.
Rapip. Pleasure. The rest?
Fozzie, and this is Bear, and the guy with the muscle there posing, that's Rip.
Rip.
And back at the back of the line there is Littleby.
I wave my pipe.
She's the one with the sick beats.
Yeah, could hear that a while away. He says, "Irina, what are you doing out of the city? You're not allowed. You need to go back. It's not safe out here." He looks to the group.
We are her protection. We're headed to another area in search of knowledge and protection and safety for Irina.
We're to take her to Vallaki.
Yes, Korga says, "Probably is safer than Barovia. Get there."
What
Or
do you
you?
mean if we can get there?
The roads can be dangerous, especially at night. You've started way too late.
We'll be fine.
Mark said we could make it to some campground by a crossroad where the Vistani will probably be.
Over at Sear Lake. Okay, well, when you get to the crossroads, you're going to turn right. You'll take the path to the right. Or up the path. You probably will make that.
Okay.
He says it's...
How far up the path is it?
Maybe 45 minutes, maybe. Not that far. 30, 45 minutes. It's really not that far. Irina says, "Did you perhaps find what you were looking for? You were sent out this morning or last night?" That said, "We were sent last night. Couldn't find Gertruda, but we were on our way back, and we were told that the Lanston family was missing, so we came back out." "Oh no, the Lanston family?" "Yeah, 2 parents, 3 young children, a girl and 2 boys. Went missing after the zombie attack last night. They haven't been seen since. We've looked all day. You haven't seen them on your way, have you?"
Not yet, no.
"Well, if you see them, please direct them back to town immediately, would you?"
Okay.
Yeah. we searched high and low. We went through the woods. Came across some wolves. There was a few bats as well. Yeah. Use that time live. Careful. Stay on the roads. Don't go into the trees, okay?
Yeah, we learned that lesson the hard way.
Have you encountered anything on the roads?
A lot of fog and an ominous message carved into a tree. Something about the horseman rides, the seer spoke true. And there was like 13 tally marks.
See.
Does that strike anything for you? Have you seen that before?
No, I haven't. But strange things can happen in these woods. Irina, I think you'd be safest to stay in Wallachia. She looks to him and she says, I am going to Wallachia. Do what I have to do and I will be back. The people here with me, they're going to escort me and they're going to keep me safe. They'll return me back to Barovia, I promise you. The Korga looks at Kurza, kind of look back and forth, and they said, of course. So, well, we need to search the other side of the valley. We got to go through the marshlands this evening before it gets dark. So, I apologize, but we need to continue to move on. Stay safe, and I recommend definitely making camp at the lake by tonight.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you.
You're welcome. See, they both sort of respectfully nod to Irina. Irina? Says Kurza. Korga. Two of them continue to move back into the edge of the woods just outside the trail and move the woods quickly. He looks to
They just
both
told
of you.
us not to go into the woods, and they just scampered off in that direction.
I'm guessing they have a lot more experience in those woods than we do.
Yeah, but we have Fozzie and Riptide.
It's true, we do have Riptide and Fozzie.
Well,
And
fellas?
your sick beats, right? Let's get it.
I'll try to keep a better outlook going forward, but with all the noise, I don't think it'll be
I'll put my
hard for
drum
us to
away.
be surprised.
Yeah, I saw him the whole time. Saw him the whole time.
Just then, drizzle starts, and you start to feel rain pouring down on top of you as it starts raining through the trees.
Aww. Boo. Rain.
Irina pulls her cloak around her shoulders. So we should continue.
Yeah, let's not stop too long.
Yep, onward.
As you continue along the path of the road, you continue further into the woods on the road. Muddy Road continues to guide you deeper and deeper, further away from the village. As the road bends, you see that the river starts to brush up against the road once more. And here you can see that the river is a little bit wider, and the water appears to be more of a darkish color, just because the clouds are darker, and it appears to be more calm in this section. You can see the reflection of the trees and the fog into its surface, and the sound of a quiet trickling water is met with the sound of rustling leaves and the drizzle of a soft rain. You don't hear any sort of kind of bird songs or anything that breaks the silence as it's here. Hear frogs. Oh yeah, look at that. I guess I like this. Thank you. Just then,
Pardon?
I said just then you can kind of see the water that's there, and the rain's coming down. You can see the road sort of dips back into the wooded area there.
Okay.
I'll hurry up past Irina and
Okay.
walk side by side with Fozzie for a moment.
All right, gotcha. So you kind of speed up towards them.
Fozzie, I think we're being followed by a wolf.
Where?
It's like maybe about 100 or so yards behind us.
You just take a quick look back, Fozzie.
Yeah, I'll take a quick look back. And should we lay a trap for it?
I'm not sure, but when do we ever just see one wolf, alone?
Mm-hmm. Well, I could send Bear back. Or we could just continue.
Well, should we be worried that we're walking into some kind of a trap?
Well, perhaps. Should I?
Is it obvious now that I've
I'll
pointed
do
it
a-
out to him?
So as you pointed out, you Fozzie, you could see the wolf there, and then suddenly the wolf kind of goes behind a tree, and then he doesn't really come back out.
Well, I'm gonna take out an arrow and have it ready to go.
I'm gonna try to recall as well, like, I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna ready myself because I see my friends readying themselves.
Okay, I gotcha. So yeah, you sort of sense something. So as you wait for a couple minutes, all of a sudden you see the wolf sort of steps just ever so slightly around the tree and just sort of peeks with one eye around the tree, and as it sees you guys looking in that general direction, dips back behind the tree again.
Hey, Lullaby.
Yes.
I kind of feel like this is the area that Doru described might have a cache of something that might help us. And I know there's a wolf out there, but I really want to look for it.
Do you remember what he said? You think you could find it?
This area sounds familiar to like what he was saying. There's got to be a very noticeable tree somewhere, a unique tree that he would think to mention it.
All right, I'll look around to see, like on the left side, to see if I could see anything
Yeah.
that might trigger what what Pip is talking about.
Yep.
I'm gonna
go
walk
ahead.
towards the wolf a bit and then hide in some bushes.
Got it. Sounds good. So, Lillaby, are you looking for a peculiar tree? Or are you looking just around to see, like, what are you looking for specifically, I guess?
The tree as Doru and Pip has described it.
Okay, gotcha. So you can either do a nature check, or you could do to look for the specific type of tree, or you could do a perception check to see if there's a tree that looks like what is described.
Okay, give me just a minute.
Yep. And then Fozzie, are you walking stealthily forward, or are you walking and then trying to stealth? Like,
I was walking
you
stealthily
got it. Okay, gotcha.
into the forest, just the edge of the forest, so
Yep. And
that
how
I
far are
can
you trying to
conceal
get
myself.
To? Yeah. How far are you trying
I'm
to
gonna try to get to the wolf if I can.
Okay, gotcha. Alrighty, I understand. What you up to, Rip?
or at least to where I can get a good shot at him.
I'm gonna try and get kind of close.
You're gonna try to get close as well. Okay, gotcha. Alrighty. Perfect. So, all right, Fozzie. So you kind of make your way down the road or through a little bit stealthy there, and then find a spot where you sort of hunker down for a minute. Rip, you're gonna do sort of the same. It sounds like. Obviously, not the same spot as Fozzie. So, if you want to, Rip, you could do a stealth.
All right.
Or if you want to be sort of if you don't have good stealth and you want to sort of be like the distraction or the decoy to kind of pull the wolf towards them, you could do that too. Oh, okay, gotcha. So Rip, you also do the same, kind of make your way and into sort of a spot. Yeah, so Lillaby, as you look, you see that there is a tree to the south, probably about maybe 60 or 70 feet in. It looks very unusual.
Hey, Pip, I think I may have found something.
Ooh, 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 let's go. I'll go with you. I'll go with you.
Alright, so you two are heading to the tree. Rip and Fozzie are hiding, watching the wolf. Alright?
Yes.
Got it.
Irina, stay with Riptide.
Thank you. Irina's like, I don't know where they went. Can't see them. As you look, you don't see Fozzie or Riptide. They're both gone.
Then come with us.
She says,
Boys will be boys.
I'm staying with you. She's like, I'm definitely staying with you. And you see she kind of goes with you. So as the three of you sort of travel from the road and into the woods, you cross the tree line and you feel your feet sort of step into the mud, into the loamy soil. It goes, and you feel your feet sort of grab, the soil kind of grabs, and you see these wisps of fog kind of curl across the earth with you. There's these gnarled trees that kind of have their sort of reaching their arms overhead as the gray light and the rain kind of drips through. You walk probably 300 or 400 paces, just sort of stepping softly through the mulch and the mist and the mud, and you arrive to sort of this clearing. And you can see that the woods have sort of parted to make this room for this tall ancient oak, who's got this knotted black trunk that rises far up and above. You see that it kind of rises right up. As you guys are kind of making your way for Rip and Fozzie, so you guys have sort of hunkered down. You're in on each side of the road, sort of close to each other, but not close enough. And you can see that tree where the wolf was at, which is fairly. I don't. How close did you guys want to get to that wolf?
I'm not too close that I can't shoot my bow at it.
Okay.
So about 50 feet or so.
50 feet. How about you, Rip? What distance would you like to be?
Probably about like 35, 40 feet away.
35, 40 feet. All right. So you guys are whatever distance you want to be. You are at. So.
And Bear's with Grap and Lil.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so Bear's with them. So as you guys are at that distance, you can see as you're kind of hunkered down in your sort of stealth position, you see the wolf kind of looks around the tree again, very almost very unwolf-like, right? Almost human-like, kind of peeks around, one eye kind of looking over to the right of the tree. And as the other group starts to move their way, you see it move its head quickly around the tree and over to the other side and slowly peers. And as it sees that their back is turned to it, it quickly kind of moves its head around, and you can see it has not necessarily a snarl, but sort of a smile, if you could think of a smile on its face, as it slowly starts to take steps away from the tree, keeping a fairly far distance from the party, but you see it's almost paralleling it as it starts to walk. And as it does, it starts to move not in your direction, it's kind of parallel to where you're at, but you can see it's literally paralleling the party, almost as if it's just watching the other group as it crosses the road and makes its way into the next area there, completely oblivious of the two of you.
Now, as soon as I got a clear shot, I'm gonna go for it.
You're gonna take it? All right, let me grab
Yeah.
it. Second. Here. Oh my gosh, I need to. I'm just giving you all long rests. I don't know if you needed them, but you're getting them. So congratulations. You're
Hey.
welcome. Hey. On there. And all right, so
Take a shot, then roll initiative.
yeah, I'm okay with that. You can do that, and everybody can roll for initiative. Rip, what are you gonna do, buddy?
Roll for initiative.
This map is upside down.
Shh, don't tell anybody. Because
I'm gonna roll that again.
I didn't know you
that di-
guys. Yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna roll that.
There.
I'm gonna roll my damage again. So put that back on him.
Okay. I didn't know you were
That
going
option.
south. I thought you were going north. Yeah, go for it. Thank you. Oh. I'm moving the wolf back to you. Like, great. There, sorry. Right. All right, so Rip, you saw. All right, well, the way the initiative that works, so you see Ozzy takes a shot at the wolf. The wolf gets hit. You hear the wolf yelp, "What?" And as it does, Rip, what would you like to do?
I'll run over to here.
Yeah, yeah. So you quickly run around. You guys hear it immediately sort of yelp out as it does.
I'll my elemental attunement for 1 point.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna hold off. I think we're gonna kill this thing quick. Attack.
That's a hit.
And then, as my bonus action, I'll attack.
Okay.
Good night, Nate.
Oh, I forgot you had that.
I know. It's definitely
awesome.
not there anymore.
That's awesome.
Let me
I'll take
just-
care of it. Let me clear it up.
I got it.
Perfect. Thank you.
I
Little
do you hear
wolf?
that wolf noise? Willoughby, I think maybe the boys are attacking that wolf that Fozzie thought he heard. But I'm more interested in what this tree has to offer, so I'm going to do an investigation check of the tree.
Yeah, so as go ahead and do the investigation. As you do that, you soon realize you are not alone. You look off into the distance and you see there are 5 figures that are sort of shambling, that are off just past the tree that you did not see. 2 of them are tall, 3 of them are shorter. They appear to be 2 adults and 3 young children.
Uh-oh. Hey, Irina, Willoughby, we got company, and I think it's probably the Langston family.
See, their clothes are muddled and torn, and their flesh is just beginning to turn pallid and gray. They don't seem to notice you.
Investigation was an 11, trying to find any indication that there
Yeah.
was some sort of a cache.
You think this is definitely the tree.
Good news is this is the tree, but we should be very quiet because there's many enemies on the other side. I look to Lilybee to see if she.
Gonna move over to this direction.
Whoops, did I click you too soon? I apologize.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna tell my owl, whose name is Luna,
Luna? Nice.
quietly to get Rip. No, 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 that's silly. Tell Fozzie. Tell Fozzie to come. We've got trouble over here.
Alright, you send the owl off, you see it flies quickly.
And to Irina, I tell her, I'm not going to tell her anything because I just spoke to the bird.
No problem.
So I'll hold a starry wisp. If they notice it, then I'll shoot it.
Alrighty, sounds good. So you see that they sort of heard something in that direction, so they kind of look towards the northwest. They don't move. This one just kind of shambles this way. Your Irina very quietly pulls the rapier out, and she has it out ready. The other ones just sort of do the same, just kind of wander right there. Ozzy, you see the owl that's been on Lilybee's shoulder kind of flies quickly over to you. What does it say, Lilybee? I'm sorry, Luna?
We have trouble. There's trouble over here. Come join us. Something.
Well, I know it's Lilybee's owl, and she wouldn't send it over here for nothing.
Huh?
Even if I don't understand it. So I'm gonna grab Rip and start heading that way.
Okay. Alright, sounds good. You moving stealthily, or are you just moving?
I'm just moving.
Okay, sounds good.
And I'll just go the 30 feet. Can I see any of them there? Are they all hidden from me?
Let me see. You can see the one off. You can see number 9, which is off to the left of you. It's kind of sort of standing there moving about. And should be able to should have line of sight now to be able to see what you can see. Alright, so you take a shot. Alright, as you hit it, you can hear it go, and it sort of turns its head towards your direction. Oop, I think that was a long, oh yeah, it's your longbow. Perfect, excellent.
Which one did he shoot?
The one to the left. So you see an arrow go shooting off to the left of you, or, well, yeah. His left, looking towards you.
Okay.
Other left, yeah, that way.
Okay, I can't see what he shot at, so I'm not.
Nope, yep. You just saw it go. Bear?
And Bear will move to there and then just prepare if anything comes within striking distance to attack it.
Sounds good. So he kind of runs around the edge there.
Just to protect Grap and Arena.
Sure. So this one kind of turns and looks, and as he does, he hears this one, and kind of looks around and just starts to meander in this direction. Rip. Here comes the speedster. I'm ready, speedster.
Move to there.
Nice. Got those long legs. All right.
Fire is a 30.
I didn't put the kids on here, so I'm gonna label them as kids. So.
I have a javelin.
Ooh.
I think.
Nice.
Okay. 4 javelins. I'll javelin them.
All right. Sounds good.
Spending it.
Nice. That's a hit. Good hit. So,
Okay. Have I noticed? I can't see the one that I think everyone else is hitting, so I will. Go ahead and walk here.
Very rhythmically, I assume.
Oh yeah, I'm bouncing and I'm jiving.
I
I'm
like
like,
it.
oh, let's get it on.
like it.
And then I shall go ahead and target 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna go ahead and cast with my action Bane.
You targeted. Yep. Perfect.
And that's my
Oh,
action.
fail.
I think there was 2 fails and a success.
Yes, there was. Yep. You're right.
And then I'm gonna target myself a little bonus action Bardic Inspiration. You
Nice.
thought that the noise was done. It's not done. Oh
Love it.
yeah. There it is.
Love
And I just kind of look like I'm preparing for the oncoming enemies.
Alrighty. Lillaby.
Great. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna use a wild shape to cast Starry Form on myself.
Alrighty. Sounds good.
And as the bonus action, I'm gonna attack this one this direction. And then I'm gonna follow that up with a cantrip Starry Wisp. And then I'm gonna move back this direction so I can see both areas.
Got it. Now moves up to here.
Bear will hit him.
Oh yeah, definitely. So as that one goes running by Bear, You see this one is the little boy as he's running by.
Go back to Barovia.
Gonna drag it on him real quick, okay? Good, thank you. All right. So he takes a bite at you, Grappa.
Is he baned or is he the one that's saved?
I think he's the one that's saved. I don't see any markers on him. Do any of them get markers on them? You put Bane on any of them?
Put Bane on 2 of them.
Looking, I don't see Bane on any of them. Let me see which ones it should be.
My bad. I thought I did.
That's okay, no worries. Let's see here.
I think it was 21 and maybe 19.
11 and 21. It should
11
have
and
been on. Yep,
21.
11
Okay.
and 21.
Alright, I will find 11.
You mind
and
dropping
21.
on? Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. So yep, he takes a bite and misses, and then he will claw at you. Ooh, he does hit you with a claw though. Ouch.
Hard for me to tell which one is the correct one without
So the
being
one,
able to...
the one I have targeted is that's
Okay.
flashing this one right.
I can't like click it right now, unfortunately.
Okay, no worries. I get it for you. Grab it. So this one and what was the other one?
21.
21. There you
It's
go.
like-
If you want to drop it on him, you can. I have him targeted for you. You can just click it and it should put it on it. Perfect. Thank you. All right. One runs up towards Bear. He's going to bite Bear. Try to. Let's hit Bear. Claw. Rita steps forward and attacks with the rapier. Oh, that's a hit. Sorry. Ozzy, you're up.
I'll move up to there,
All right.
and then I'll shoot that guy.
Sounds good. Hit him with the 2. Nice hit.
I dropped concentration on Bane from the attack that landed on me, FYI.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. It didn't have me rolling concentration for some reason, so
Weird.
I just rolled it and it was a 7, so now take it off.
Okay. All right, no problem. I got it. Thank you for grabbing it.
Yeah.
That's weird. I didn't have you roll. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Bear.
And he'll just stay there.
Perfect. He moves up. Gets a bite at Grab it. This is claws. This is rip.
I'll move to
Oh,
there. I'm
sorry,
going to
Rip.
use my Elemental Fury, which takes a point.
Alrighty.
But I can hit, I get 10-foot additional reach.
Hey, Rip, did you move to that spot right there?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So it gives you 10-foot reach.
Actually,
You want to be here instead?
I'll be there. Let me be there.
Yeah. That's what I figured.
Alright, I'm going to hit this guy.
Nice. Good hit.
A little fire.
Nice.
Oh, I like that. That was cool. Nice. He's dead. Strong work.
Let me hit this guy.
The one all the way across?
I'm going to flurry of blows.
Okay. It's, I think you have 11 targeted. He's all the way across the way. By bear.
Yeah.
Okay,
I get 10-foot reach or whatever.
Okay, got it.
10-foot additional reach.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thanks. Man, max damage. Look at you.
Then my last hit. This guy. Oh, why did they do that? I'll
That was
reroll it.
that was cool.
I attacked myself. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. I don't think it was you.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I'll target
I don't.
it again.
I don't think it was you. Just so you know.
Didn't
There it
do
goes.
advantage. One
It
sec.
rolled.
Yeah, it didn't
Oh.
do advantage though.
Oh, you might just hit him again then. Oh, there you go.
Don't mind me. First night.
Gosh darn right. I got that bardic inspiration.
Nice.
Ah, there you go. I'm gonna do the slappity slap slap. Oh
Hit.
yeah.
Oh, you get advantage too.
Oh,
Ooh.
do I? Let me
Yep.
see.
See if you get crit.
Nope.
Worth it.
Alrighty.
Good hit.
It was worth a try. And with my bonus action, why don't I, I'm feeling generous. I'm feeling very generous. Riptide, get inspired. We just want to hear it more. Everybody
I love
does.
it. I love
I
it.
know it.
I like your movement. I like your movement.
Alright, I'm gonna move over there.
I like it.
And that's it.
Alrighty. Rena steps up. Takes a swing. Steps up. Bites at bear. Claws at bear too.
Bear, no!
No, right? Exactly. Ozzy.
I will. Can I see that guy between Arena and Bear?
Yes. Gonna thread the needle.
Yes. Any penalties?
Nah. I think we're good. There's nobody in between you and him directly, so I think it's fine. Nice. Considering you could hit him when you roll a 2, I think you're. All right, bear. Nice.
It says bear should have hit points of 20 plus 5 times my level.
Okay. We'll have to fix that.
Yeah.
Be 35.
Yeah.
Fixed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
He'll move over to there.
Perfect.
There.
All right. It wouldn't be a gaming session if he didn't take a bite at the rip.
Oh, he hits. All right. I will deflect attacks.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what was the damage? It was
3. 3 damage. Ciao. Knock
it
his
says
teeth out, or
when
what?
an attack roll hits you, including bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, you can take a reaction to reduce the attack's total damage against you.
Nice.
Can't touch this.
Yeah, no kidding. Nice job.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use a point to hit him back.
All right, that sounds good. All right. And then he's going to claw at you.
Oh, I should hit this bastard back.
He does 2 points of damage. All right, Rip.
All right, I'm using my bardic inspiration.
Nice.
Yeah.
With advantage.
Nice.
Oh my god, you just want to get rid of it.
I want to use it. He's the last guy, you know. Like I don't want it to go to waste.
Right.
You could, yeah. Bardic inspiration, your celebratory dance after you kill him.
There you go.
Yep, that's a hit. No
There's
doubt
a
about
29 hit.
it. Yeah, I think a 29 hits. Jeez.
Everything again.
And he is dead. Clearly dead. All
I'm gonna
right.
go pick up my javelin.
All right. Sounds good.
They all hunt around for arrows too.
Yep. Do you remember, Fozzie? I think there's something in your weapon that you can get them, recover them. Remember seeing that on there on your weapon sheet?
Yep.
Shit. All right. Let's take a quick break before we search for this cache.
Alrighty.
Be right back. All right. Looks like everyone is back. So, all right, you guys dispatch the Lanston family. Nice work. Not heading back to Barovia anytime soon.
Nope, they sure ain't. Is there like a keepsake that I can use to help identify them?
Yeah. They have their little family necklace they all wear.
Okay, perfect. Ah, yes, the common Barovian
Right.
cultural
Yeah.
necklace.
You know how couples, they have the little heart thing? They have like a 5-piece that all fits
Oh,
together.
wow, that
Yeah.
makes me feel even worse.
Right. It spells their name out, right? So, yeah.
Fozzie, you want to take a look around this tree and see if there's anything, that seems like it might be a hidden cache? Because I think this is the tree that Doru spoke of.
I will do some checking.
Yeah, so as you kind of look around the tree and kind of looking and whatnot, you see down in the tree roots. I've been trying to not say that anymore. As you look into the tree roots, you see there's a hollow area and within there is a locked, or not a locked, an unlocked wooden chest that is there that you're able to pull out. Looks like it's been there for a fair bit of time.
Okay. I will pull it out and give it to Grap.
Oh, I get it, huh?
Well, sure. We'll all see what's in it, but you were the one that wanted to find it, so.
Oh, I'm honored. I'm gonna crack that thing open.
So, Grap, as you open it up, you see that inside, you see that there is a full satchel of crossbow bolts that are wrapped together. There's 20 of them, and you see all of them have 20 silver tips to them. You see there's what appears to be a couple healer's kits. You see there's some 3 vials that look like clear water, and you can see they've got a little tag that's tied to the top of each of them, and it's got written on there. It says holy water. There's a light crossbow that's in there. You see 2 potions of healing, and you see that there's a short sword that is silvered in there, and there is a piece of parchment that's sort of wrapped up with a string tied across it.
Oh. What's the parchment say?
I added all those items to the party sheet, by the way.
Nice.
So as you unroll the parchment, it says this. You may have to zoom in to look at it. I can read it too if you can't. But...
Yeah, no, I
Can you read it in a spooky voice for me, please, DM?
I remain under the name. You're asking, you shall receive. See some spelling errors though.
Interesting.
You should have wrote this using Gemini. Spelling.
Ooh. Well.
RBR, is that the Von Richten that was
Yeah.
staying with Irina and Ismark?
Mm-hmm. Sure is. Sure is. Very interesting.
Were those potions the healings for Riptide? Did he not take them?
So there's 2 additional ones I just dropped in.
Oh,
They were in
okay,
the
I
box.
see.
Yep. All that that's in there was in the box in this cache.
I'll take one of the holy waters. And then maybe a healer's kit. Who wants the light crossbow and crossbow bolts? Maybe
I have no need for them.
Riptide.
Yeah, not me.
Can you use them, Riptide?
No. I mean, I could use the crossbow, but yeah, no.
can take them for now, I guess.
Who wants the short sword? Silvered.
I do the slappy slap.
Yeah, me too.
Give me some silvered nails. Scratch.
Still in the holy water.
Irina, do you want to use the silvered short sword?
Said I'm typically a rapier kind of girl, but I mean I can take it if you want. Who else is going to use it?
Lillaby?
Oh, I don't use those heavy martial weapons.
Oh, it's that heavy, is it?
Well, it's a martial weapon. I can't use it.
Oh.
I already have magic short sword.
I think if you use shift, I think you can grab all the crossbows.
Okay.
I think it's shift. If you grab and drag, I think.
Oh, thank God. I was like, I'm gonna have to grab this 25 times.
I think Steve taught me that. I think somebody taught me that. I don't remember who it was. Somebody did.
Must have been Bailey.
Oh, maybe it was Bailey.
Irina, why don't you grab a holy water, a potion of healing, and the silvered short sword to protect yourself?
Okay.
My goal is not to get it close enough to anything to use holy water, so.
Yeah.
Just gonna type it in there because she's an NPC, so she doesn't really have a character sheet. So I'll just leave it like that. All right, cool.
Cool.
She takes both.
I think we should move on.
I agree. Let's get going. This place is creepy.
All right. So as you make your way back towards the road itself, the rain continues to fall. You are able to get back to the road. I assume your marching order, walking order would be the same. Okay with
Yep.
damage that's there. Nobody needs to heal or anything.
Yep.
So you continue to make the walk, and as you do, you see that the river soon sort of bends once more out of sight. The dark woods kind of surround you, and the woods once again. Finally, as you continue, though, the trees start to pull away, and they reveal a tall cliff at the base of what looks like a foggy mountain slope. The air is cool and damp, and you can see soft wisps of fog swirl around the base. And so, as you're kind of here, you can see that the rain has sort of stopped at this point. You don't hear it anymore. You're sort of in the right there. Yep, that's exactly. As you kind of walk up, you see that the road starts to sort of split in half at this point. And you see on the left side of the road, as you continue to walk forward, is a old wooden gallows that creaks in the chill wind that blows down from the high ground to the west. The frayed length of rope that dances from its beam. There's a well-worn road that splits here. A signpost opposite the gallows points off in three directions. Barovia Village to the east, Tser Pool to the northwest, and Ravenloft Wallachia to the southwest. The northwest fork slants down and disappears into the trees, while the southwest fork clings to the upward slope. Across from the gallows, there's a low wall, crumbling in places. Partially enclosed is a small plot of graves surrounded by fog.
We're going to
Ozzy.
take the right-hand path.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Bazzi, you had instructions, right?
we're going to take the right-hand path, and it's about 45 minutes up the road, up the path there.
Got it. So as you're there, you can kind of hear some birds off into the distance in the trees, kind of crowing at certain times. Kinda
Kind
hear
of
the-
birds.
Give me a nature check. It's hard to tell. A bit of a distance away. Sounds like crows potentially. Maybe some ravens. There's occasional owl off into the distance that you can hear, but it's hard to discern exactly where they're coming from. You also can hear kind of the river off into the distance as well. So as you guys continue to kind of move forward, and just before you get to that crossroads that's there, wind sort of goes still. Birds that you were hearing sort of disappear or vanish, and the river seems to hush. As that happens, you start to hear a sudden sound coming from a distance. Sound of hooves. Slow and deliberate. Slowly moving in your direction.
From which side, the left hand or the right hand?
Tough to tell. It's definitely coming from kind of that westernly direction. You hear it's not like a clattering sound, but more of a gliding sound. Almost as if the ground itself is kind of holding to these hooves that are coming. From the eastern bend of the Slavic road, a black carriage emerges from the fog, drawn by two obsidian-coated horses, whose breath steams in the cold air like smoke from a funeral pyre. The carriage itself gleams like in polished onyx. Its frame is edged in wrought iron filigree shaped like curling thorns. Its wheels leave no marks in the dirt, and lanterns burn a violet. Black carriage rolls to a stop, and only then do you notice the figure seated at the reins. So still, he might be part of the coach itself. Looks like a man, or he's something that was once a man. Tall, slender, dressed in a flowing crimson and a sable cloak, moves like smoke even without the wind. His hair is raven black, slicked and elegantly styled, though there's a silver streak that cuts through it like a scar of the moon. His face is flawless, almost statuesque, pale as marble, very sharply angled cheekbones. The lips are almost too perfect to trust. His eyes are a deep, deep violet, rimmed with red. They linger on each of you, not with hunger, almost with knowing amusement. Almost as if he already knows your secrets, dreams, and weaknesses.
Hello, spooky friend.
As you kind of yell out to him, he looks to you and you see that he releases the reins as the horses sit there. He turns and he starts to step down from the coach box.
You seem to be in no rush. Why are you out in the middle of nowhere in a carriage at this hour?
Suddenly hear from behind you.
Ooh. What's wrong?
See Irina is gasping. He says, I thought he was dead.
Who is it?
She looks as the color has drained completely from her face as she starts to turn.
Who is it?
She's like, I can't believe it. As she says that, you can hear him step down into the dirt and moves over to the side of the carriage. He bows deeply, opens the side door and bows deeply. As that happens, a moment passes, and then you see a long-legged man steps out of the carriage, stands towards you. As he does, he is tall and gaunt. He's dressed in finery befitting of a man of an aristocrat, almost of a royal stature. Black cloak is pulled neatly across his shoulders, tied at the neck with a blood-red brooch. A longsword rests ensheathed on his hip, and a polished hilt is gleaming beneath the dim light. His scarlet tunic is worked in intricate designs, and his hair is pulled back into a sharp, split widow's peak. His eyes are dark as he moves to adjust the ruby at his neck, and you see that his fingernails form long, elegant claws. It's only then that you realize that his skin is pale, so unnaturally so, his eyes glint with a deep, intelligent hunger. Suddenly, Lillaby and Wrap Up, you see Irina rocks backwards, almost as if she's been slapped. You see her immediately turns her face down, looks to the floor. She says, Don't look into his eyes.
Everybody, eyes on the ground.
I don't look at the ground. I kind of look at his feet, so I can tell if he's moving.
Just then, you see, as she says that, you see the man's gaze, Ozzy, rests briefly on Irina. You see a large smile comes across his face. You don't really see any warmth that reaches his eyes, and he says, Lady, what pleasant surprise.
Did you just say Toliana? Was that what he just said?
He did.
I'm gonna look kind of at Rena and be like, that's the name on your bracelet.
She's continued to look down at the ground. And he looks to your party and he says, Good day. I am Count Strahd von Zarovich, and it is a pleasure to finally meet the newcomers to my domain. My friends have told me so much about you. See his eyes linger at you, Fozzie, as he looks straight into what feels like your soul, almost looking at you like a cut of meat weighing at the market. Sort of intrigued, almost like an inanimate object or prey animal spotted by a predator in a bush as he stares at you.
Yeah, I don't know. He's staring at me. I'm looking at his feet.
Oh, you are? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't know if everybody was looking down or not. Rip, are you looking at him?
No, I'm looking down.
All right, so everybody's looking down.
We're all scared.
That's all right. That's okay. I didn't know. I missed that. I thought everybody was looking at him. So you hear him say, well, at last, I see. I have met the ones who have disturbed my quiet land. What a strange and lovely sight you are. You can hear him sort of taking his footsteps, walking slowly in your direction.
Did you bring us here?
Rapid. Name wrapped in song and sorrow. I have heard whispers of your melodies and the secrets hidden beneath. You performed recently, didn't you? It's at the edge of my memory. You hear him sort of tapping something. Ah, yes. The Dirt's house, wasn't it? Such a peculiar place, huh? Abandoned but never empty. House that's built on rot, haunted by shame and devoted to a child that they could never save. And then you came along, a little minstrel, misfits, broke its beautiful spell.
Yeah. Walter is no more.
Perhaps it's better for Walter that it ended before he became like me. Perhaps. And I have to be honest, you buried those children. How touching. Rose, such a charming girl. Brave for sure, but nothing like her mother. And Thorn, what a perfect name for an imperfect child. So jealous of his brave baby brother, wasn't he? You destroyed their little godling, Walter. Poor Walter. He was almost something divine.
Didn't seem very divine when we killed him.
course he was. But I ask you, the guests that have come into their home have always been cordial and nice when they've seen it. They would announce themselves by turning themselves over to me, but none of those guests have ever torched one of my oldest homes, destroyed them. Why should I not punish you for your crimes against me? Hmm? Why?
Well, it seems like the house had a self-destruct function. We did not intentionally set it on fire.
You hear him kind of walking now. He's sort of walked past Ozzy and he's sort of walking past Rip at this point. I assume you're all still looking down?
I am, but I'm looking through Luna's eyes to keep an eye on him.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So as you're looking through Luna's eyes, you see he has this look of just proud, like I have got complete control. This grin that's across his face as he's looking at all of you down upon you. And he says, looks forward and he says, I expected swordsmen and priests, the usual fare I see, but instead I get jester and a stargazer. Isn't it? One with roots deep in the moth and myth. The stars seem to cling to you like mist. I wonder, though, do they still speak to you in Barovia, or have they fallen silent?
Well, they brought me here, but they are quiet. They're waiting for me to find my way back to them.
It's like the land I own them too. I owned everything here. Soon I will own you as well. Now, who did we bring with us? Let's see. Kind of walks past you and he comes back to the front and he says, yes. You. As he steps in, Fozzie, you can see the shoes are standing right in front of you. He says, you two. Silent in the square, but your eyes spoke loudly. I heard your sight was true. Rahadin told me of you, one who watched from the shadow. You had this glowing item in your pocket. Poised, cautious.
You talking to me?
I am. And what is your name?
I'm Fozzie.
Fozzie.
Don't you know that? I thought you
You-
knew everything.
You now. Fozzie. Very good, Fozzie. Welcome to my lands.
Thank you.
Now, there's just one remaining, isn't there? One. He steps past you and he says, you remind me of one I knew. He too believed that patience was his strength. But, I have to be honest, also radiated tension, just like my bats saw you beneath the broken rafters, your fist stained with ash and sorrow. You threw yourself at the child of my blood. No prayers, no spells, just fists and fury. What is your name? As he stands in front of you, Rip.
Tide. Riptide.
Riptide.
I'll look at him.
He looks at you and he says, I find that name intoxicating. And as you look at him, you can see he almost closes his eyes, like he's almost sucking in your essence. Oh,
Is this Strahd? I'm slow.
it is Strahd. There is truly something raw, isn't there? Something desperate. I really wonder Is it the rage that drives you? Is it your guilt about your sister? What is it? Tell me. Just sort of stares at you for. No matter.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Find out soon enough, won't we?
I'll take it. I'll take a little thing out of my bag. Piece of clothing. Dot my
Alright.
eyes.
Okay. All right. Oh, how touching. I seem to have touched your soul already, haven't I?
Yes, you have. I'll reach in my bag and I'll hit him with a thing of holy water.
You're going to hit him with holy water?
Oh.
All right. Sounds good.
Does it sound good?
All right. Let me grab him here. Just
Yeah, we're getting into campaign right here. We either defeat him or party wipe.
He can run away, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, no.
I don't think he's running away.
All right.
What did you do, Rip?
Nothing. It was picking on my what happened with Ember. I had
All right. Let's see here. So
Is there any way I could try to intervene on this movement?
if you guys want to roll initiative and see if you can grab onto him, or you're more than welcome to try. I'm not sure you would know.
I wouldn't
be
know.
honest.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
know.
I
I
don't
wouldn't.
I think I would be the only one that would see it. Because
Yeah.
I'm looking through Luna's eyes, and you just see the owl go, "Oh shit!"
All right.
Oh, we're
let
so
me see.
fucked.
Where we got? No.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely not.
Let's see. Let's see. We got Strahd here. Got a map.
Don't forget to put bear on there.
I got bear. Yep. Here we go. Here's a map. We just need to get things set up here. Hang on 1 second.
Oh, this ain't good.
Boom. I don't have a cart. I wish I had a cart. I don't have a cart, so we're going to pretend.
Oh, DM drawing?
Yeah, we're going to do a DM draw.
Oh, I love that. Highlight of the day right here.
The map is opposite of the picture. The mirror image. That's okay. All right. Did everybody roll? They did. Okay. Good. And draw. Art. Chair.
I love that it's pink.
There's a horse there, and there's a horse there. Close enough. And
Is there another guy?
there is actually. And I don't know what the picture is, but we're gonna go with it. Oop. There. See it. All right, holy water, right?
Yep.
All right, so you are gonna make a ranged attack. Improvised weapon. On Strahd.
This is gonna end well. I just know it, guys. This is actually the end of the campaign because we're gonna kill him right here.
Yeah, this is it. We'll move right on. All right.
Yeah, so about that next campaign, huh, DM?
I already got something in the books. We're good. I'm already ready.
Well, you knew by introducing him to us this early it was going to be bad.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be bad.
Because Rip can't hold back.
I got you.
This is my version of a dark portal to jump through.
All right.
Oh, God.
All right, Rip.
I hit him. What is it? It's a range strike?
Yeah, it's arranged. Yep.
Critical. Critical.
Nice. Good job. Everybody gets inspiration. That fits, actually. That's pretty appropriate.
yeah. Am I inspired or am I just scared shitless?
Probably both. All right. So did you do damage to him yet or no?
What's holy water do? 2d8 radiant damage.
Yep, 2d8 radiant. If you want to roll 48, you're more than welcome to.
We'll just double it.
Sounds good.
What did I get? I didn't put it in there. I'll do 4.
Uh, 21. All right. So you throw the holy water on him, and as you do, you see the water splashes onto him, and he looks to you, and as he looks and the water hits him, his look does not change at all. He continues to smile, and he says, one second, I have it right. Please. He puts up one finger and he says, "That's one." And as he does, you see a wolf appears off into the distance. He says, "I appreciate your thoughts, and I will take it because you don't know who I am. But disrespect is unbecoming, especially in the face of the Lord of the land. But you are a guest here, and you are foreign and untaught and confused. I'll give you a warning this time, but I fear my mercy will not last forever."
Riptide, stand down.
Alright, I'll stand down. You got a little something on your face over there, though.
What did you come out here to tell us, Strahd? There was a reason for you coming all the way out here.
He sort of turns and looks and he says, "You know, the irony is I hadn't planned on seeing you at all. We're destined to each other." I do wonder, though, has Lady Kolyana given you the tour of the lands? Has she told you all the tales? Lit the candles where I cast shadows? Painted Barovia as a place broken by one man's will? kind of smiles towards Irina as you see she continues to sort of look down at the floor. And you can see he kind of almost has a feeling of look of maybe affection or maybe accusation. It's hard to tell. He said, "Oh, please tell me, what did she say? The wolves prowl where peace once reigned, that the sky forgets to rise because I commanded the sun to flee, that the land weeps behind my boots." Slowly kind of steps forward towards Irina.
I'm gonna like step right next to her.
Okay. Oh, here, I'll unlock it.
Is it a lie? Or is it truth?
Oh, you must understand. It's always the same story. Every child in Barovia grows up hearing it. The monster in the castle, the curse of the land, the noble souls who might one day rise and end it all. See his expression hardens and the smile sort of thins and wretched razor's edge. Lies spun from fears. Poetries have been forged by those cowards. They would rather blame a single name than confront the truth. Barovia has always been mine. That is what it was born to be, and that's what it is. Kind of spreads his arms out wide, and he says, "This land is no prison. It is a reflection of the people that live in it. This is their fears, their prayers, their hypocrisy." He again looks at Irina. Looks a little bit more softer. "Remember, pieces, my... Did you forget the weight of them? You speak of cages, but what you truly fear is... the key." Kind of looks around and he says, "You're welcome to all the stories that you've heard, but don't mistake them for..." Then Irina stands up and she says, "You speak the truth as if you own it, just like everyone else, but I've lived in this land my whole life, and I know the fear that I feel when I wake from my sleep. I know the names that are whispered when someone doesn't want to come home. They don't blame you because they're cowards, they blame you because it's true." Just kind of looks at her. Says, "You say Barovia reflects its people. And what does it say about the one who it rules it? The man who visits terror, the grieving fathers, and watch children starve behind the stone walls." I told them stories. I told them about the dark things. I told them something else. I said there's good in this valley. Even if the sun forgets to rise, we won't. Just kind of turns and you can see she just sort of sobs for a second. "Oh, how very I like..." Oh.
I think it's time that we leave, Irina, and I'm gonna try to grab her and like walk
Okay.
past.
Alrighty. Where do you go?
Kind of like, I don't know, like past him towards.
Which way were we headed? That direction?
Yeah, you're headed that
Yeah,
direction.
I'm like trying to draw an arrow like this way. Yeah.
Yeah, so you start heading that way. So she kind of walks with you. And as you start to walk away, he says to the rest of the group that's there, he says, "So, you just filled your ears with the ghost stories and peasant's terror, huh? I wonder. Did she tell you how her brother defied me? How he sheltered traitors in his mansion of a man dead already? Why should I, as his lord, not punish him for his disloyalty? Her father deserved it."
Those are cruel words. Just keep walking.
As you're walking away, she says, "I can't. It's a lot."
Who?
Asher.
Is that who that is right there?
Asher.
He was the one that was with Doru and Von Richten, right?
Yes. Strahd continues to follow behind you. So are you leaving so soon? I didn't think we were done talking. You don't have any questions for me?
Well, I'm not sure you would tell us the whole truth now, would you?
I will
Why?
tell you the absolute truth. I have
Why
nothing
are
to
you-
hide.
Why are you so focused on Irina? What is it that you are so obsessed about her for?
Because why wouldn't I be? Wouldn't your skin burn when you saw her? Your breath stop when you saw her? Did you see my marks? They're like a love letter, signed in silence. Besides, how intimate for me to leave a touch behind for her to remember. Part of someone, without ever knowing my name.
I'm gonna lean over to Irina. Okay, so he's just really creepy.
You're free to believe whatever you like. You may think I'm creepy. I'm gonna tell you. She knows. We've been meant to be together. We've been meant to be together for thousands of lifetimes. And we have been together for thousands of lifetimes. She has been mine before and she will be mine again. Body will forget the wounds, but her soul will remember. Some wounds will never heal. Yes, I have claimed her. I have marked her as my own. So tell me, why should I not take her with me to Castle Ravenloft right now?
Well, I mean, I'm not the expert in this area, but what I will say is if the lady doesn't want to go, she might not be happy there. And maybe you should give her time to warm up to the idea.
What do you give me in return not to take her with me?
A song? I mean, it seems like you're the all-powerful Strahd, so if you really did want to take her at any time, that you probably just could, but... I'm just saying, for your benefit, she's not happy right now to go with you at this moment, but... might be a bad foot to start off on. You seem to really like her.
Kind of looks back and forth, and he kind of puts his hand on Bear's head. And he gently strokes the top of Bear's head, and he says, "Ah, magnificent specimen. Tell me, what is its name?"
I just look at Fozzie.
You talking about the bear?
Yeah,
His name is Bear.
Bear. Kind of kneels down and sort of scratches behind its ears. I really like this bear.
Yeah, me too.
I have to be honest. This bear could be a lot bigger if it stayed with me. Kind of points over to the dire wolf that's moving through the woods. How big my wolves have grown. Just think what I could do with this bear.
Yeah, he's not yours.
Not yet. Sort of pats it gently on the head, stands up. Well, I have to be honest, I appreciate that we have all met. Sure, we will see each other again. Walks up to Rip. I'm sure we will tangle again soon.
Well, that'll be the. I look forward to it.
As do I. Fear not, my children. Promise. Nothing happens in this land that I don't know about. I also promise you. Don't lie. Both know deception is for the weak. No point in it. I recommend that you don't lie to me, and I won't lie to you. You can't leave these lands. Here forever. Get used to it. Escher, please. Escher stands there, he opens the door. Brad looks back at all of you and he gives a big smile and he says, "It's been a pleasure." Bows just slightly. Steps up into his coach. Escher closes the doors. Walks forward, steps into the coat, up into the chair there. Turns the horse around and starts to go down the path. He came up from the pool, from Tser Pool. He starts taking the path around to Vlak into Ravenloft. As he does, you see that the dire wolf continues to follow behind him, and you see 3 more come out of the woods and follow behind him as well. Off.
It was a close call. It was a very, very close call. So you're fated, huh, Irina? Do you know anything about that?
See Irina again still continues to look pale, and you can see sweats kind of dripping off her face as it's there, and she says, "I don't understand what he's talking about. I just wish he would leave me alone."
All the more reason to get you to Valaki and quick.
As you all are kind of standing there, you hear the sound behind you, a creaking noise coming from the gallows.
Riptide, what's that?
Not sure. Let me take a look.
Rip, as you turn around, where you had seen nothing before, now hangs a small, lifeless gray body. Body that hangs there, you can see the body slowly turns. As it does, see that its eyes, dead eyes, are fixed upon you. What you see is a halfling, bare-shirted, with tattoos all over the top, gray beard, and this very bright red hair sort of flipped over to the side, with its head turned to the side, just hanging there with its arms limp, as Riptide is hanging there dead.
Does everyone see Riptide? That's what everyone sees?
Everyone sees Riptide. Irina immediately goes, and she sort of steps back a couple steps.
Except I can still see Riptide standing in front of me, right?
You can.
Okay, good.
Riptide. What's going on here, buddy?
You see it sort of just swings back and forth. Riptide's eyes are wide open, head's tilted to the side. Clearly the rope around his neck has snapped his neck.
What do you mean? I don't have a mirror, so I haven't seen myself in a while.
Oh my god. Looks just like you.
Oh, does it? Wow.
Yeah. Though
Are
you're
you
very much
sure?
more alive.
The gut looks a little bloated. Really? Like,
I
I'll
mean,
model.
you haven't
You-
gone in
you-
your cut phase. You've been bulking.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
As the wind blows, it smells like Riptide even.
Oh, dude. Stop ripping them. You nasty. I think we need to get out of here. This place is giving me the creeps.
Probably time to move on.
Yeah, we got places to be before it gets too dark. We've already got up to no good.
Let's head up that path.
Yeah.
All right, so as you head down the path towards Tser Pool, it's a downhill path that you're working down with. As you're kind of making your way down the path, you can see the wagon ruts that had sort of made their way up and down that you can tell. And there's been lots of wagons that have kind of come through here. However, it doesn't appear that any have passed through in quite some time as you're kind of making your way. The path continues. I assume your walking order is about the same. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. As you continue, you can hear the sound of birds again that are kind of crowing and whatnot off in the distance, and you can hear the water again as the sounds have sort of returned.
It's not as creepy anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And you're about halfway now, kind of down the road to where you expect that you're going to end up at.
We've got maybe some Vistani to find around here too, huh?
We should be just up here at the campground that Ismark told me about.
Yeah.
So then you hear the sound of what sounds like a sickly bird or something sounds sad, like a something hurt or being attacked. It sounds off to the kind of the southeast that you can hear, and it seems to be getting louder. You can't see anything necessarily, but you can hear it. It almost sounds like as if it's in your direction, and it seems to be getting louder and louder. And there's sort of this grating shriek as well that's kind of intermittently there as well that seems to be getting louder as you guys are on the trail, being sort of in your direction.
Willoughby. Can you understand what it's saying?
No, I can't. It just sounds like he's hurt.
Oh.
Suddenly you see about, maybe 40 feet up or so, you see this small black bird kind of coming in your direction. It looks like a raven of sorts. And you immediately recognize that it has blue tipped wings. And it is flying almost directly towards you. And you see it's got this silver sort of barb sticking out of, almost a dozen of them sticking out of its torso and its wings. And you can see that there's like feathers that are missing and whatnot, and it's clearly crying out in pain. And you can tell that it's sort of in almost not a, I don't want to say a death spiral because it's not necessarily a death spiral. You can see it's like literally not able to fly anymore, and it's just coming down to sort of crash into the ground next to you as it does. And you can hear it sort of calling out and screaming at a point here as it's coming down to the
Someone
ground.
catch it. Someone catch it. I'm gonna try to do a healing word on it.
Okay, sure.
And then ask someone to catch it while I do that. Can anyone
9?
catch it?
9 points? Okay, gotcha. Well, it looks
Sorry.
like. Yeah, no worries. It's okay. Did you disconnect?
I hit the wrong button.
No worries. That's all right. So
I thought I was closing the map.
that's okay. No worries. So, yeah. Thanks for reconnecting. So you cast a healing word on it. I see that. And it was 9, so that's great. So as you cast the healing word on it, you recognize that this is Lilby. This is the same raven that you saw in the town. Okay, and it literally lands at your feet as you cast it, and as you do, you see there are a large bird that's sort of flying towards it, and it looks like this. We're gonna kind of wrap it up right here. I didn't see the time; it's 12 o'clock. So we'll pick this up next week. But I just at least wanted to show you what next week's pick up in combat next week. So it looks like this, and it is flying towards it, and you can see a bunch of smaller ones just like that heading in its direction. Those are right there.